Hi guys, it's me, the Witch of Boise, and Miko, and we are here to do another episode of Toasty Tarot Nights, Toasty Tarot Nights. This is a show that I do on a weekly basis, or almost weekly basis, where we have some drinks, that is cocktails, mocktails, coffee, tea, whatever, read some tarot, and just hang out, kind of talk about what's going on. Make sure you do like this video, hit subscribe, also comment below. Tell me if any of this resonates with you. Also, these are general reads, so if they resonate with you, I am super excited about it. But if they don't, well, sorry. I have a ton of other videos that are on my channel. Other Toasty Tarot Night episodes, a lot. Over 50. And general readings, as well as pick a card videos. So definitely check those out. So also, if love comes a part of this reading today, my default is reading to a female about a male. So pronouns are interchangeable. He's could be she's, she's could be he's, he, she, them, or they. Whatever is going on in your life, we're going to get started right now. Let's do a cheers. Let's cheers to positivity. Clink. Positivity. That's something that we all need to really, and patience, kindness. Something that we really need to be practicing right now in our adversity. Very cool card that just flew out. Oh my gosh. Nerding out. This is great. This is just, as a side note, I'll show you this card, but this card in the upright is one of my least favorite cards in the deck. It is my least favorite card. I do not like it. Every time I get it, I just get my stomach churns. I don't like it at all. But with it in the reverse, it's one of my favorites. So I have 4 cards, and then I am going to just cut this deck to do clarifiers. Okay, so here's that card. It's the 10 of Swords in reverse. What a cool energy. Right off the bat. This is perfect. Let me read off the other cards. I'm already like getting with it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have the Magician. Then we have the 5 of Cups in reverse. This is some really good energy that's going on. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Clarifying, the 10 of Swords is the moon. Very cool. Then we have the Magician being clarified by the 2 of Wands in reverse. Yeah. Okay, then we have the 5 of Cups in reverse being clarified by Temperance in reverse. And then last but not least, our Knight of Cups is being clarified by Strength. This is a repeat card that we've been having throughout this week. Oh boy, what a week, huh? Like, if you're new to my channel, I do daily readings. I record them, but since I'll have like some pick a card readings that I'll do during the week, I get to, and like Toasty Tarot Nights, I release them a day or two later than when I do. So if you look at the dates of the general read, that is the date that I actually filmed it. But again, a lot of times, most of the time, it is like a 2-day delay for the most part. So you'll see the ending of this week, this weekend, for those general reads. But wow, this is a great energy right off the bat. So we have the Ten of Swords being clarified by the moon and the Ten of Swords in reverse. There is healing that's happening. There is something that has been devastating, and this can be us as what's going on, but this can be also emotional as well. So there was something that was super devastating, that was betrayal, backstabbing. Here's what it looks like in the upright. So this is a person with 10 swords in their back, laying face down. And when you have it in the reverse, the swords are falling out. So what that's doing is you're addressing the problem, you're healing from it, and you're being able to move on and move forward. It's almost like a lesson to learn if this is in betrayal or someone has really hurt you. This is that energy of taking the power back, taking your power back from what has happened. And being clarified by the moon is so interesting because the moon, if you have been watching my readings and know kind of how I interpret, the moon for me in tarot is a card that tarot pretty much says, I don't want to tell you what happens. It's a really mysterious, it's masked, it's veiled. And so this whole energy of healing, it's not going to tell you anything about it. This is something that you need to discover with yourself and that you need to explore with yourself. And if you don't really know what this might be going for, like if you're saying I wasn't betrayed, I mean, I'm feeling pretty great. This is a time to really ask yourself, well, are you? Is this just a mask? Is this something that is unrelated to what's going on? Especially with like how the coronavirus is going. There's this definite sense of urgency, but you shouldn't be in that whirlwind. You shouldn't be in that spiral. Because if you're in that spiral, there's bigger issues that is within yourself that's making it become that, instead of being smart and being level-headed, not this like. So we have the Magician, and the Magician's being clarified by the Two of Wands in reverse. And so your time to act right now and to do what, how you want to manipulate your life to be, how you want to manifest things is now. There's no waiting. This is, you need to decide. And a lot of times I'm feeling with this that you've already chose what your decisions are, what you want to do, and how you want to go forward. So now it's the time to really grasp that power, because you're gaining that power back from that Ten of Swords in reverse, and it's time to apply that to your life. Now we have the Five of Cups in reverse being clarified by the Temperance in reverse. Now, I feel like that there has been in the past, there's been some issues with maybe being negative, going into that spiral. And I feel like you're really getting to that point where you're getting level-headed and being able to look clearly and see clearly. And I feel like that there is, like this isn't something where you're being divinely guided. So this is all on your own free will, which that should even add more to your power. And you should be really, really proud of yourself for that. Because a lot of times with being divinely guided, your spirit guides, your guardian angels, people that have passed on, that are helping you through this life, are guiding you and they're helping you out. And this is solely your own free will, your own power. So this is something you should be extremely proud about and moving forward. Now, this is the Knight of Cups being clarified by Strength. This is, if you've ever needed a sign, this is a sign that it is okay to move forward and go grab what you want. Now, This is talking in a metaphorical sense. This is not like do whatever you want, but this is grabbing your life by the horns and being assertive in that sense. Stop waiting for someone else to come to you to have you change because someone else has started it. This is on you. You have the strength to do this. You have the strength to move forward and to get what you want in life. And you don't have to wait for someone to do that for you. So this is this is a really good reading. This is a really good energy. This is getting out of this negative headspace and getting out of just that low vibrational. This is high vibration energy that's happening right now. So really focus on propelling that or maintaining it as well. Because it's not only just like, I gotta get, like, it's in a lot of sense, it's like a drug addict where you're like, I gotta get higher. Well, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you just need to maintain your high vibrational. You don't have to find the next high. You don't. You just want to make sure that you're on a higher vibration, that your energy feels good, and that you aren't triggered by really mundane and most anything, really. You should be unwavered by it. That is when you're in a high vibration where things can roll off your back. You don't take things personally because it doesn't matter. You feel good, everything's good, and everything's okay with you. And that is just that energy that comes out, and that is light. And people love that. And not only that, you'll love it too because you actually enjoy being in your oneness. It's a very cool feeling for sure. And this is going to attract everyone. So if you're single, ready to mingle, you get in that higher vibration. It's the pick of the litter. You get to pick whoever. There's no, there's no one else that's going to be like, no. Because if you get rejected in that sense, or it doesn't work out, or whatever, it's fine. It's going to roll off your back. And it's just like, well, it's not meant to be, but I'll get this guy over here. It's that energy. And that is a beautiful energy to have. All right, guys, that is it for that reading. Make sure you do like this video, hit subscribe, also comment below. Tell me if any of this resonates with you. I am just going to quickly kind of cut this deck and shuffle. We're going to do one quick reading and then we're going to chat. Okay. Now, okay. Get another card, please. How many is that? That's 2. One more. Perfect. Okay, I am just going to shuffle this 3 times and then I'm going to cut the deck in 4s for clarifying cards. Now, no flyers, please. Okay. All right, so our first card is the 4 of Cups in reverse. Our second card is the 8 of Swords. Our third card is the 4 of Wands. Oh, and then we have the 10 of Swords. They heard me talking crap and it was like, guess what? Upright. All right, so we have the 4 of Cups in reverse being clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. And then we have the 8 of Swords being clarified by the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Then we have the 4 of Wands being clarified by the 9 of Swords. And then we have the 10 of Swords being clarified by the 8 of Pentacles. Okay. All right, I'm getting a lot of work energy. Let's get this over with. All right, so we have the 4 of Cups in reverse being clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. So there feels like there, maybe in your work aspect, that you have been in a funk, you haven't really liked it, you've been really focused on the negatives, and I feel like that energy is turning around, and perhaps it is our climate right now, our economic climate. And I don't mean to laugh, that's a nervous laugh, but it feels like your opinions are changing, because now things have changed where it's like, oh crap, yeah, this is fine. Like, this is okay. And so it's changing your mindset, and that is also changing your vibration. Now, I feel like you do feel still stuck at work. You still feel like you're the only one that's doing anything. Like, you're the only one that is working really hard. It doesn't feel like anyone else is on your level. It feels like a complete imbalance where it's like, why am I doing all this hard work and no one else is? And I feel that's kind of your issue with feeling trapped. But I think that this energy can shift if you vocalize it. Because this is Swords energy, and Swords energy is communication. It's intellect and communication. So if you're feeling like Barbara over there isn't, which I don't know who Barbara, I don't work with Barbara. But if you know that Barbara over there is not pulling her weight, this isn't like go tattle on her. But just like maybe say, hey, I need some help with this. Do you want to help out? And kind of go into that direction. Really start to communicate what you're needing, not just hold it and resent everyone. Because that's kind of like where this trapped feeling is. I am so sorry. My nose is itchy. Okay. Then we have the 4 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands is being clarified by that 9 of Swords. And so there is, I'm getting like almost drama, maybe anxiety. Maybe you have a big event that was coming up, and there's a possibility it might be canceled because of all of this coronavirus and stuff that's going on. But don't fear if that is the case, because it seems like everyone's on the same boat. There's nothing that we can do to change this. We just have to move forward with it and go with flow. So it's making sure that you still have love in your heart, and that you still are being stable with this. Where don't lose faith. There might be a way that it happens, but for instance, if this is happening or supposed to happen this weekend, which that's not going to happen just because of regulations and everything that's going on, just be happy with what you are celebrating. And ask yourself, what are you celebrating right now? What are you celebrating? And truly celebrate it, even if it's with yourself, or if this is like a wedding with your partner. That's what it's really about anyways. And I think this year is going to really redirect and recenter us, kind of like how 9/11 did, where we came together as a nation. And I feel like we're going to get into this headspace and a high vibrational energy where things are going to mean more than they have been. And like with weddings, this isn't like I gotta have a $50,000 wedding. This is going to be a shift of being like, I'm gonna have a $500 wedding and I'm gonna be with the person that I want to be with, that I want to share my life with. This is going to be that mind shift. And I think that this is totally what's happening right now. And when we get out of this, this is going to just put things in perspective for sure. So even if you aren't celebrating with people and you have plans that have been canceled, just know that people love you, you know, and really emphasize why you were having a celebration and how you can do that for yourself. Now, we have the Ten of Swords. Dun, dun, dun! Being clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. This is work related. So this is an ending and a death almost of something that you've been working on. And don't take it as like an ending where it's done. This is an ending where it might be a leveling up energy where maybe your apprenticeship is now going to be like the master, the apprinter person. I don't know what the word I'm trying to find, but you know, the person, you're going to be leveling up in that sense. So I wouldn't take this Ten of Swords the way I usually take it because I'm not getting that energy at all. But this could be also like a change of work as well. This could be something where maybe you're realizing that you are trapped in this and that, you know, you've talked to Barbara a lot of times about her not picking it up or whatever. And maybe it's time, once this is all said and done and once we're in a better climate economically, that it might be time to change jobs. And this could be even like getting laid off, things like that, where it might be really devastating and you might be scrambling of how you're going to make things work. And my heart goes out to you. But I do feel at the end of this is going to be a blessing in disguise. It's going to be a little bit of like a manic, but I feel like once everything is said and done and everything comes back to normal and businesses are back up, I feel like you're going to have this huge shift and it's going to be like, wow, I'm glad this happened. So just keep that in mind. All right, that is it. Make sure you do like this video, hit subscribe, also comment below. Tell me if any of this resonates with you. All right, let's cheers. Let's cheers to positivity and the torture that I have every day with not touching my face, but I have to continue to touch my face. It is so true. Like, first of all, I feel like there's a hair right here and it won't go away. And I'm like constantly just like, and I have noticed it more and more since we're not supposed to. Yeah, it's been intense. But let's talk really quick. Got 6 minutes to about a week. What a year has it been, huh? This whole week has felt like a year. It has been insane. I was on vacation last week on Thursday and Friday, and all of the crap hit the fan when I was gone. And I wasn't at work, and I don't really watch the news or like keep up with anything when I'm at home because I don't like that negative energy in my house. I'm really particular with what is in my space because that's just it. You know, I don't allow negativity in my house at all. It's like, leave, bye. But once I got back to work and I saw kind of like how everything was going down, I was like, oh, this is what we're doing. I still have had like a really high vibration energy, which is like, I think some people are really offended by, which it is what it is. I mean, the thing is this stuff is happening, and the easiest thing to do is just write it out. Be smart, be prepared, but don't be kind, you know, be kind, but don't be a jerk. Don't hoard everything. And, you know, this is a good learning experience where maybe you should have things that are stocked up for a couple weeks, like pantry items. I know here at my house, I have things that I can live off of for about a month. And I keep it stocked. That's just, I'm a planner. And that's just how it is. Same thing with toilet paper and all of that. This whole toilet paper mess, I'm fine. Like, because I stock up on things. And I shop normally. So, I went to the grocery store on my time off, and that was like a little bit crazy. It wasn't anything like, it was a little bit higher volume, but it wasn't crazy. But I went grocery shopping last week because I wanted to get some White Claw. And wow. I think the entire time I was in that grocery store, I was like, and people were like looking at me like, who is this girl? Like, and I'm just, God, like I was amazed. I've never seen anything like it. I have never seen anything like this before. And none of us have. I haven't dealt with anyone that was incredibly rude or anything like that. I've been really at work, really watching what has been happening in Boise, what's been closing, that kind of thing. And that does lower my vibration a lot, and it starts to get that fear and that panic. But it's like once I get home, I'm just like, nope, I'm good. I'm easy going. But this weekend, I'm just hanging out at home. I'm going to record some videos this weekend. I have some chores that I've been putting off for a while. So I want to get some of those done and just hanging out at home, being healthy and staying away from crowds and just doing what we're supposed to be doing. And yeah, I really hope that you guys are doing well. I hope that you guys are in a good state of mind. I know how scary this is because I'm experiencing it too. And I think some people are more drawn into the panic and the scariness of it. And just know that you have people that are in your life that care about you, and that if you need someone to talk to, definitely reach out. One of the things, and I've talked about this in my general reads, is look up a feeling wheel. It sounds so silly, and you can go on Pinterest. They have a ton of them. And when you start to explore what you're actually feeling, it's not just sad or scared. It actually has descriptive words where you can actually feel like, yes, this is what I'm feeling. And journaling is a really good way of expressing those feelings and expressing any sort of worry or whatnot. It's also diving into your emotions of what has hurt you in the past, because a lot of this stuff that's going on is going to be triggering to things that have happened in your past if you're feeling that negative energy. And so finding the root of that problem is key and is paramount. And so finding that little feeling wheel and just kind of checking on yourself. If you're feeling a little bit panicked or you're feeling not great, just go on that wheel and discover what you're feeling and write it down. You know, that's the best we can do. And just make sure that you take care of yourself and your mental health during this time, because it's really easy to get caught up in being like, oh, I'm just relaxing and watching TV all day and blah, blah, blah. Well, that's not healthy either. So make sure that you, if you can, step outside, get some sunlight, get some fresh air, read some books, get off of your screen, and just journal, color, do stuff. Move your body, because that is what's going to make you feel a lot better and get your mind in a better place than just zoning out. It's almost like doing drugs or drinking super heavily to numb something out. And that's just not, we don't want to do that. We want to address our problems and move forward with them. Because if we can overcome this, we can overcome anything. All right, guys, I ran out of time. Thanks so much for hanging out. Ooh, let's do a cheers. Cheers to the coven. Clink. All right, guys, I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye. Coda says bye too. Bye.